What's up, everybody? I got here a 2012 Ford Escape, and this should be the same for the 2008 all the way to the 2012. We're going to be doing a tune-up. I'm going to be replacing the spark plugs here. So this is a 24 valve V6. I'm going to be replacing the spark plugs.
Are you serious?
So there's 3 of them right here, as you can see. 1, 2, and the third one is on this side. These 3 are pretty simple to get at. You just remove this ear box, these clips, remove all that, and you could get to it. The problem is the 3 in the back over there, and then there's a whole bunch of little 8mm bolts. All of this needs to come off. So I went to the auto parts store and I picked up some NGKs right here. Let's get to work. All right, so the point where I'm at, I have removed the ear box, which is right there. I'm not gonna be removing the throttle body. So the throttle body doesn't need to be removed. Just unplug here, unplug right there. And here, let me get this wider. There we go. Unplug this thing. The hardest bolts right here are going to be under here. There's 2 8mm. Let me see if I can get it down there. So I already got one out here, and then there's one out right there. And I got both of them out. One of them fell, so I gotta go bolt searching there.
Emotional, damn it!
A gasket will fall, which is this one right here. So be careful not to damage it or lose it. And yeah, oh, and then under the air box, there's this clip right here. This is kind of fragile because it got so hot. This is supposed to be like rubberized, but it feels like plastic, so that could break. And then right here, this clip, all you do is you stick your finger through the bottom and you pull it out, and then it should come out. And that's gonna be for this little hidden tube right there on the bottom. So be careful not to just pull this out. And then here, there's no bolts holding this. They're just in with some push tabs right there, which go on here. All right, let's keep going. I think all I got left are the 8s here. There's some sensor hoses in the back, remove that. And I'll check if there's any more of these metal brackets that I need to get to. But yeah, it's actually not too hard, so let's keep going here. All right, so I got it off, and I'm not gonna make a video of putting it back on because the same way I got it off is the same way I'm gonna put it back on. So there it is right there. So once you get all this off, put a rag right here. You don't want nothing falling in there. That's just gonna be a whole different mess. Here's the bracket that holds the 2 8s that you can't see. And all these hoses have to come off. These are pretty easy to come off. And before removing any of these spark plugs in the back, I do suggest you stick that in there and bring it out and make sure there's no oil on there, because sometimes you'll get oil buildup. These little seals around the valve cover here will leak and oil will go in there. And if you remove the spark plug, all that oil is gonna go on top of the cylinder, and it's gonna smoke. It's gonna be real bad. And the other thing is if you're gonna do this job, you might as well buy your valve cover gaskets and remove this valve cover and do the gasket. Mine's good, it's not leaking. It is a little wet here because before me, someone did an oil change and it dripped right here, so it's all dirty. But I checked the back with a mirror and there is no leak. It took me about 30 minutes to get all of this off. I'm sure I could get it all back on in about another 30 minutes, so this should be about an hour job. There was nothing difficult about it. It's a nice project to do. These sensors back here, you do need to be careful. Like this plastic, it gets hard. So when you push down here to release the sensor, just be careful that you don't break it or apply too much pressure. And that's it for this video. It's pretty simple. If you're looking to do that spark plug, just do that valve cover everything with, so that you're hitting all that at once, so you don't have to remove that thing again. So if this was helpful to you, give me a big thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed, consider subscribing to the channel. I build auction salvage cars. there will be some really cool projects coming up. Thanks everybody for the support, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.